Good morning, world. What's going on with you? How's life treating you? I decided to come on because you know what? I got up so early. Early. 2 days I went on what's called a spiritual renewal in my living quarters. And I just got up when I got up, went to bed when I felt like it, got up when I got up, went back to sleep. I didn't even care if it was in the middle of the day. Trying to rejuvenate myself and trying to get back on point, because sometimes if you are anything like me, you need to shut it down and sit it down, and baby, that's what I had to do. So during that time, it's almost like your brain clears and you get so many new revelations, and you hear from God, and you ain't on Facebook as much as you normally would be, and you ain't out in the street running around. I got some friends that I love to run around with. I'm talking about love. My daughter, sometimes she say, "Ma, are you ever at home and out of that car?" Nope. Because when you get a little older, baby, you use every moment trying to do what you have that needs to be done, and some stuff that don't need to be done. You just finding stuff to do. But anyway, I decided I'd come on today and talk to y'all a little bit about toxic relationships. You know, some people are in them, out of them. Some people so deep that they won't tell you that they went through one, but I ain't that deep. Sometimes I'm shallow, to tell the truth. But anyway, I'm transparent. You know, especially if you in the religious world, sometimes you got to be transparent. I ain't saying tell everybody everything about you. You know, like some people get in the pulpit. You know, I'm this, I'm that, and pray for me, and I'm this, I'm dealing with this and that, and people in the audience is shocked because they didn't know you was going through that. They didn't know, but now they know. Okay, so now they got something they can run and tell. Like one day, in one of my Can We Talk sessions, where we minister to the hurting individuals on second and fourth Wednesdays, we did that game called telephone. You know, when you was a little kid, where you tell the person this or you tell the person that, and then by the time it gets around the room, you want to hear what they initially heard. So I said, gossip will get your butt kicked. And about 40 people were in the room. By the time it got all the way around to the room, the lady said, Pam said she gonna whoop y'all's ass. First of all, Pam don't even curse. I said, what? Where did you get that from? Well, that's what I heard. Everybody in the room busted out laughing. They said, no, Pam said gossip will get your butt kicked. How did you get that out of that? So sometimes it's good to tell your life story. And some of the things I get on here and tell y'all, it goes nationwide. And people, they get to hear what's really going on in my world. Some of it, some people say, Pam, you were on that live. You know you're a pastor, or you don't call yourself that, but that's what people consider you as. You don't have a physical church. But you know what? I have been a co-pastor before, but guess what? This is my life. This is my video. And if it's too much for you to digest, as they say, hit blocked. Okay? But it's somebody out there that needs to know the real. So today we're going to talk about toxic relationships. The word toxic means containing or being poisonous. You ever been around people that once they enter a room, they change the atmosphere, and toxic people somehow know, you know, how to draw to each other. I don't really understand it, but people who have been in toxic relationships prior, they somehow draw the next toxic person. And I've been in some good relationships, and I've been in some bad ones, and I had to be like forwards, honey. I was running I was just run, Pamelia, run, run, run. I had to go through that. But Proverbs 4:23 says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Guard your heart. Learn how to guard your heart, which that means be careful of who you allow into your heart, because somebody uh, may have entered in that it's not good for you. You know, some of us have been heartbroken, and some of us have been the heartbreaker. You know, it's a song that used to say, somebody somewhere told me this about you, baby. Ooh, baby, they said you're a heartbreaker. Just can't be true, baby. If I ain't careful, I might step back into the 80s. So you got to watch me. But sometimes you have let people in and you have created soul ties. Y'all know what that is? Now, the Bible does not necessarily use the word soul ties, but it does use examples of souls being knitted together. You know, that's why in marriages it's required to be knitted together. The two become as one. But in a sexual situation, we can also tie our souls to people. Uh, not not necessarily good. We have sold our souls together with people, uh, and that's why, you know, the songwriter wrote a song a long time ago, say, I can't get over you no matter what I do. And then there's a song that say, every time you go away, you take a piece of me with you. You ever been in a relationship with somebody, you just felt so empty when they were gone? One day in the city where I once lived in Cleveland Heights, they had become very sensitive to dividing the trash. You know, you put your trash out on Mondays, and then they also required you to recycle some things. And one day I was out there putting my uh, trash out, and I got so clear on the fact that, Pam, some situations you have felt like trash, like you couldn't move forward, but God is in the recycle business. You know, he can recycle you. You know, you can become a new creature. Sometimes when we're in love with people, we think we're so in love, and so we don't recognize the difficult uh, patterns and the things that people are doing to us that cause the relationship to become toxic. And these signs are clear, but we don't want to treat them as if they are a problem, because we're so afraid of being alone. You know, we don't want to be alone. I know women don't. I'm sure men don't either, but most women suffer with the a fear of being alone. Uh, and so when people need to separate, they choose not to, because they like, it's going to get better. Everything's going to be fine. You know, he did that to me today, but he was in a bad mood, so tomorrow he won't do that. And you know, sometimes this social media can also be a problem. I can remember really being into this individual. You know, we were together day and night almost, you know, with the exception of when we were handling our own business or uh, uh, going about our day. We would be together. And I said to myself, honey, I'm going to be with this man forever. And one day, I was over my daughter's house and I felt my phone ting. And I looked at it. And here he was texting me, I think we need to separate for a little while. I think we need some me time. Me time? I'm thinking to myself, honey, we get along pretty good. We don't argue and we don't fight. But he said, I think we need some me time. Now, what kind of foolishness is that? You breaking up with me on the text? Who does that? Who does that? And I just didn't want to let it go. I called him. I said, excuse me, did you send me that text by mistake? He was like, no, sure didn't. I meant it. I said, well, why didn't you call me on the phone and say it? But honey, these new wave relationships, honey, like I tell y'all about the microwaves, be real hot one minute and cold the next. And I said to myself, Pam, you are in a toxic relationship. This man is poisoning your system. And you need to pray about this, because if it gets any deeper, this could become verbal, and I had that crazy side of me that I had to pray about. My middle name, Faye, I use her as my excuse to go off on people and cut tires. And I know I don't look like it. Baby, cut a tire like it wasn't nothing. Try to run people over with my car. And one situation got so bad, I said, I had to go to court for cutting up tires. Now, that was really back in the day. I keep telling you, I had to take anger management classes, 2 of them. Toxic people can cause you to lower your standards and act a lot like them. And whatever they do, you do worse. Whatever. I'm going to check him. Put that check mark on his head. I bet you he won't forget me. And I had to ask God, keep me away from toxic people. I just can't do them. It ain't good for my health. It ain't good for yours either. So when you find out that you're dealing with someone who you love maybe more than they love you, or you ignoring what's going on around you, ask God to assist you in it, because ask him for a new mind, ask him for a new mindset, ask God to show you things that are not going to be good for you, and especially if you're a kingdom builder. You can't be on the news for clowning, and being in the wrong situations because you let someone poison you, poison your system. They're toxic, so they want to draw to you because they think you're the weakest link. They think you're the weakest link, and so they try to do things to cause you to act out of character. Act out of character. That's what toxic people will do for you. So this morning, I thank God for clearing my mindset and giving me an assignment. This might be one of my assignments. Coming on, sharing with you guys some things that I've been through. Like one time I told my daughter, I said, I'm trying to save you from getting speed knots like I had, hitting my head and going through some bad things. Didn't you see it? You were right there. You know what she said? Ma, I want my own speed knots. Okay, some of y'all don't want to take words of wisdom. Some of y'all just want to keep doing what you're doing, digging holes, falling in them, peeking out. Help, help. Nope, you don't need the help, because I tried to tell you. So now she's a little older, and she is very careful about those speed knots. So for all of you out there that hear the little nuggets that I give you during this Can We Talk words of wisdom and pearls of wisdom and all that, try to do better, okay? Stay out of toxic relationships. Wait until you find something you really want to hold on to, because sometimes it's not easy to shake it off once you get yourself into a bad situation. So try to recognize who's poisonous, who's poisoning you in your spirit, because you need to be clear so you can hear from God. All right, I pray that everybody has a good day, and everything that you ask for that's good for you goes your way. Take care.